What trace minerals do we use, and does it change per region? Whew, that's a
question.
That's a deep one.
The reason why it's a deep one is so everybody who's been following Greg for a long time knows that he uses Free Choice Enterprises as a mineral.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a seminar recently. It was put on by Steve Campbell, and he had a whole presentation for half a day about cattle nutrition. And we're in the process of testing out a completely different nutrition mineral supplementation plan because we were noticing that we might be having some mineral deficiencies using the Free Choice. Nothing's conclusive at this point.
And we're just trying.
We're just testing it out, but essentially, to make it super basic, what we're concentrating on is increasing the amount of good salt that's going into the animal in the form of like this particular Kansas rock salt that's
it used to be an ocean floor,
and it's highly unprocessed. So there's a lot of residual C minerals in the salt, and so by increasing their intake using by actually making a brine out of the salt by dissolving it in water, as well as combining it with some apple cider vinegar, we're trying to boost their salt intake, which is going to help with a whole host of issues that we might be seeing as far as mineral deficiencies, and as well as we're trying to make them a little more alkaline, which is going to help with pathogens and diseases and pests and whatnot. So if people are super interested in going into what we learned from Steve Campbell, we can go into that.
We can also do it in another.
But that's that literally exactly that could be an entire topic of what we're learning.
And there was 2 parts to the whole talk too. And each one
of those could be its own topic. But because the second piece was how to look at animals and look for phenotypic traits that are going to tell you stuff about their genetics and the way that their offspring are going to perform down the road and how they're going to perform.
Yeah. I still havenent looked at my notes yet from that. I've been just waiting to just let it settle and then go back into it and really deep understand it.
That will be a topic. I'm going to just say it right now. That will be a topic going forward. Is cattle nutrition and cattle phenotypic selection of cattle will be another talk that we'll do. But that's sort of the 30,000 foot view of what we're trying out right now, and we have no conclusive evidence because we've started using it for about a week, and it's one of those things that's going to take months and months, and maybe long after we're gone, years, to try to sort of see the full results of what's happening. But nutrition is important. You need to make sure that your cattle are getting the minerals they need, and that does vary location to location. So there's some areas that, like the Mountain West has highly mineralized grass compared to here in central Missouri or the eastern United States. And so their mineral program out there is going to be vastly different from the mineral program that we need to use, because our mineral intake from the forage is extremely low in comparison to somewhere out in Utah or Idaho or something like that. So
it's a good topic.
It is a good topic.
It was a really good talk.
It was a super good talk. If anyone has an opportunity to go to a Steve Campbell seminar, 100% recommend. Yep.